examples. So let's do this one here. This I'll do page 26B here. You got to be careful, okay? Some of you are, I see you're just wanting to get to the final answer so bad that you're making shortcuts, and every time you make a shortcut, you're risking making a mistake, okay? So I will do B here. I will bring everything over to this side, okay? But please show that. Some of you are just doing it in your head, and then you might make a mistake. So I will go like this. 3x squared. The 5x squared comes over subtracting, okay? Then I grab the next item that's already on the left side. This negative 8 comes over adding, okay? And then there's nothing else. So this constant here comes over subtracting, negative 10, that's equal to 0. Okay. Now you clean it up. That would give me negative 2x squared plus 10x minus 10. Either this, okay, you bring everything to the left side, you get this. If you brought everything over to the right side, the only thing that will be different is the sign of every single term. You will get the same answer as me. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what you do. You just have to be consistent, okay? Please tell yourself this. A is negative 2. B is 10. C is negative 10, okay? So you have the signs. Some of you just going by this, I think it would be better to have this written down real quick, okay? And then you use your formula one more time. Some of your formulas need some improvement, okay? So I always have everything in brackets so you don't miss it. And then it's the whole thing divided, not just the root. Everything by 2 times A. Okay, that's the formula. So now let's plug in. When there's a negative in this formula, you make sure you keep it. You plug in B, which is 10, plus or minus B squared. So I put that in brackets like that, minus 4 times A, which is negative 2, times C, which is negative 10. Okay, like that. All of that over 2 times A. Okay, so that's what I should be able to see this before you start solving this. I want to see everything plugged in. Okay, so the first check for me will be when I mark this is your A, B, and C correct? Did you transfer, did you rewrite correctly? You will lose marks if you get this wrong, even if you're just off by a sign. But then when you use these values in here, you might still get more marks thereafter, okay? So you just have to make sure you're consistent after that. Sometimes you'll get a negative in the root, and you'll be like, wait a minute, can this be? If it's a 3-mark question, I don't think I would give you 3 marks if you can stop, because once you have a negative discriminant, you can stop, right? So kind of think about it that way. The marks kind of tell you how much work you will need to do. Here we go. Let's clean this up. So the negative times 10 is just negative 10 plus or minus. Figure out what the root gives you. Okay, so 10 squared minus 4. I don't use the brackets for 10. Okay, careful here. If 10 had a negative, this had been negative 10, I would most definitely use brackets. Okay? Because watch what happens. If you go negative 10 squared, it should be positive, but it's going to be negative answer. Because the square is only applying to the 10 if you type it in like that. You want to type in the brackets, it's not going to work. I'm going to have to retype it, right? But this is what you want to do if it's a, right? Because your answer is positive. Anyways, let's do this again. Minus 4 times negative 2 times negative 10. I get 20 inside my root, okay? All of that over 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. At this point, you can branch off, okay? You can say that the first root is negative 10 minus root of 20 over negative 4. And the second x-intercept, so we know there's 2 x-intercepts here. It would be negative 10 plus, I don't care what, if you do minus first plus second, I really don't care. Right? You go like this, you have to be careful. Don't round too soon. So negative 10 minus root of 20 divided by negative 4. So you get 3.62 first, right? So 3.620 is the first x-intercept. Copy, paste. Just replace that with a plus in between. And then divide by negative 4 again. So that's 1.38. So 1.38. 0 is your second root there. Oops, you can't see that. There it is. So there you have your two roots one more time. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, I'm going to stop here the video.